the booth, and I noticed that I make it to the heaven. In my pursuit, you can't even do this shit that I do. You can't even make it the truth, Jesus truth. You can't even be like Jesus too. Should've chose God, should've chose Allah. You cursed by Allah. Curse, curse, curse. And you gonna burn. Mourn. What you have to mourn. Death, mourn. Alright, let's exit all this. Yeah, like, I'm like, for real, G. I'm like, man, what you said about YoungBoy instead of being chosen or whatever. I'm like, bro, I didn't understand that at the time fully, but like, I was like, yeah, I was like, cool. I wasn't, I'm like, Patrick, I'm like, Carl Rosie 5, but I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm like, yeah, we know that, but like, yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm like, he seemed like a cool dude, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, he still need a lot of help too. Not saying he wrong and shit. I'm just saying, like, he just need, like, to get more into the purpose for you, God, really, like, probably fast, do certain stuff for you. And Nicki Minaj could help him out with that, you would think. But I guess he's worried about Nicki Minaj, stuff like that. And I understand, because, like, I'll be worried too. And I know he's not worried in a satanic way. I know, because he knows about all that stuff too, he's smart. He knows about all that stuff. He's not stupid. But, yeah, And what Nicki Minaj is trying to reach out for me, like, and that's how I understand. It's sad. It's a sad situation, but, like, it's really what be going on. Tiara already talked about everything first, and this is what happened. This is my story. This is my child tribulation. I don't like saying that, but, like, this is just my phase of life that I'm going through for you, Jesus, man. And I understand, man. Like, he chosen. I can't go against that. I can't go against it. NBA yo boy, whatever, Kentrell. I don't know his name. Kentrell, I think is his name. Like, he seemed like a really cool dude. He do. Like, he seemed like, if he really want to help me, he can help me. That's his free will. If rejected, he rejected. That's his free will. God probably wants to use YoungBoy, to help people like me, Patrick, Tiara, whoever he could help, or Nicki Minaj too. If they kill Nicki Minaj off, YoungBoy gotta step in. He does. He would have to in that situation, and then Nicki Minaj can rapture us all. Like, I told YoungBoy on X, on Twitter or whatever. I told YoungBoy, I'm like, YoungBoy, like, Lily sent some videos and stuff in the comment section. I'm like, YoungBoy, like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I sent him some stuff. I'm like, I should message him too. But I'm like, yeah, like, it's not really cool dude. I just don't know how it's a really deep situation. But, like, he could help me in other ways. Nicki Minaj already done that. It's just like, I don't have no hate towards him. I know how he gets. I'm not saying he's wrong for what he's done. He's not wrong. He's just trying to be a soldier for Jesus. That's what I think is the whole thing. He's been trying to be a soldier for Jesus. I don't want to sit here judge him and condemn him for whatever. He's trying his best. That's really what you're speaking to me, Jesus. Like, he is trying his best. And if he wants to be good. He is good. He is a good person. Like, I don't care what nobody said. YoungBoy a good person. If that's what you told me, Jesus, that's what you told me. Nicki Minaj is a good person too. She may not have been able to speak out the full truth, but, like, she's still a very good girl. Like, she's still very chosen. She's still very, unique, very different, and very, like, she just trafficked into the whole Hollywood shit as an angel. And and when the rapture shit happened, it happened. I told YoungBoy she's our angel. She's our angel. Maybe Jesus, you want me to have sex with her? Maybe that's what you say. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm supposed to have sex with her eventually. I don't know. Like, what type of love making you want me to do with her? I don't know. Am I lucky for that? Like, maybe I am. We'll see how good she really is, but, like, no, we'll see how good she really look like in real life. But I don't know. Even though I already pretty much, like, I'm not gonna get into there, but, like, yeah, I have my secrets, and is this even recording? It's recording, but yeah, I'm like, Jesus, man, I'm like, you were telling me that, like, months ago, even when I was going through, like, withdrawal, you told me a little bit certain stuff when they did all that stupid shit to me. And whatever it was, and obviously that was a crazy situation with stupid psychiatric medication they forced on me my whole life because Jay-Z's a part of all that psychiatry stuff. Well, little does everybody know, Jay-Z runs psychiatry. Jay-Z is a witch. Psychiatry is a witch cult. Jay-Z runs psychiatry. Or did at one point. I don't know what ties he has with that or whatever type of shit he kingpin to use psychiatry as like some Hitler shit, you know? Probably even worse than a lot of stuff. I don't know, you know, who knows, you know? But probably like pretty crazy shit. But like, you know, I was thinking like, imagine if those photos were actually real. Like people be like, oh, it's AI, but it could have been real photos of that shit, you know, that they upload on that shit. But like literally, like what they tried doing, you know, like and they'll just say, oh, it's AI, but you don't fucking know, you know, I don't fucking know, you know. Oh, because this and that proves it's AI, whatever you say. I don't know, like who like what? I'm like that like a lot of people waking up when it comes to shit too, like because like even the eyes was saying like you know they probably have footage of that stuff to cops have footage of everything what happened or whatever that situation if something like that really went down like probably a lot of situations went down but Beyonce and Jay-Z was trying to get Nicki Minaj like and I don't know like they still probably trying to get Nicki Minaj like obviously that's what's gonna happen you know when you trying to you know expose certain things. You know, it depends. Certain people may not be as protected like me, or certain times may have to like be for certain people may have to go through different stories or different trials, whatever you would call it. You know, different scenarios, and you know, I'm very well protected. You know, in a lot of ways, but you know that's why when the rise happen, I'm gonna have to kill a lot of these evil people. You know, kill a lot of people. You know, um, but I'm like, yeah, you know, like, what would like, I don't know, like, I think they're dumb because if Nicki Minaj really end up missing, it's like, I mean, they've already tried doing it. I think they've already tried, like, they've already tried, but it's like, it's stupid because, like Patrick said, like, Patrick, Rosie Fire, look him up, like, this dude, like, he already said everything about, like, the blood sacrifice stuff. Tiario was the first one to talk about Tiario, look him up, you guys. He was the first nigga, like, should I turn my camera on? Nah, I'll just leave it like this. I already do enough fucking showing my face and shit. But yeah, you know, like, yeah, Tiara like the GOAT when it comes to that shit. Me, Patrick, like, yeah, Tiara the GOAT. Like, we all know Tiara the GOAT. Common sense, common fucking sense. And Tiara, like, you never know who looks at your page. You know, you never know who's gonna look at your page. Like, you never know. Like, they literally could be some undercover Jay-Z fan or Jay-Z undercover looking at my page. Could be anybody. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, literally. Because Jay-Z know Tiara. Tiara this Jay-Z. Tiara was trying to help Jay-Z, but like Jay-Z did what he did, you know. Jay-Z knows like a lot of he probably knows that he probably going to hell, and he's just he making it worse and worse for himself. That's all they do in Hollywood. They just make it worse and worse for themselves. And I'll be honest, like young boy, like I get why he's worried, but at the same time, like come on, like I think he knows. We all know she's an angel at this point. We all know she's an angel, like especially in that song. What was that song? I'm like, no, like in that song. What's that song she made? Where she said, "Oh, he sent me to kill everything in my way." That's something an angel does. Is kill is would say, you know, like so something going on. Tiara already said that angels are on this earth and stuff like that. You know, so this is supernatural in a different way than what the Hollywood portrays. So it's like, so something's up with this shit, and I think I figured it out. I think I cracked the matrix. Like Patrick says, it's just making fun of that shit. Oh, we cracked the matrix or whatever the fuck, or the cosmos, whatever the fuck we say. Making fun of that shit. That stupid spiritual shit, bro. That makes no sense. But like, yeah, you know. Jesus talk about real spiritual shit. That's the type of shit I'm on. It's Jesus type of spiritual shit. The real black Jesus. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So that's just the way it is. I'm just gonna send her straight to Hill Pitch. Yeah, we know. Yeah, I know I'm pretty much, well protected. I don't know what I want to listen to. Weekend. That was a song I did. We can't just on this. Let's end this shit. Let's end this shit.